Okay. Hello, Professor Ward and the students of Communication 4. This is our group presentation on our social interaction for Group 5. The members include Logan Keach, Jose Torres, Jasmine Perez, and myself. I will be speaking on the introduction of how we developed communication between Group 5 members, and I will be speaking on the methodology of how our social interaction report worked. So developing the communication skills between Group 5 members was first started with establishing group norms between members, which some include silencing our cell phones during meetings, dress appropriately for meetings, and respect others' opinions and decisions. Be prepared for assignments. We were going to keep in contact with each other to check on progress in between assignments. And another new norm that we established was all members will participate. Levels of communication Group 5 used was using Pronto to message each other, and Zoom for our visual and virtual communications between each other, and for our social interaction assignment. Scheduling times through Pronto so we can figure out what was the best time for everyone and discuss assignments. The methodology was a democratic group decision for a virtual Pictionary game that covered our interaction activity as a group. Next is Logan Keach. He'll be speaking on our findings and results.
Okay, thanks, Josh. So yeah, I'm Logan Keach, and I was in charge of concluding all the finalizations and the results of our first meeting. And after observing and participating in our first meeting together as a group, I think that I can conclude that the meeting went well, and we really grew together as a group, and we grew our communications with each other. So as a group, what we first did was we decided what kind of activity we should do for our first group meeting. And in order to decide what activity we would do, we had a brief discussion over Pronto, where we all gave our answers one by one, just giving out suggestions on what we should do. And eventually we narrowed it down to what we thought were the best options we could do, as of course, over the internet. And which one could work out for all of us, considering what the situation is at the moment. And we finally decided on playing a game of Monopoly online as our final one, and then we all gave our answers about that. And all right, moving on to what the meeting, we scheduled the meeting at a certain day, and we scheduled the time and that we had to show up for it. And we started the meeting by introducing ourselves and setting up the game. And however, due to some technical issues that some group members had, we ended up changing it to a game of Pictionary. And despite this last minute change, we worked with it well, and we had a great time doing it, and it helped us further our communications with each other. And after the game ended, we had a brief discussion going over our thoughts about the meeting and how we think we did together as a group, as our first meeting. And we all unanimously agreed that the meeting went well, and despite this last minute change, and that we did really progress together as a group. And so after taking part of our first group meeting, I think this was a great opportunity for us to talk to each other for the first time over Zoom, because we never really did that before. And we really did grow together, and I hope we can further this in the future.
Thank you, Logan. Our next speaker is going to be Jose Torres, and he is going to cover the discussion part of our group report for the social interaction.
Thank you, Joshua, for the introduction. I'm Jose Torres, and I was in charge of the discussion portion. So the reason why I chose this is because I wanted to express myself and maybe my group members how it felt being on the Zoom and being in a group of people we never met. And in my opinion, we did a good job. the main idea is that we broke and we broke and completely tasked into parts instead as a group, which made it really easy for us to go step by step because it's four of us. And also, we were able to understand and discuss the interaction, which really made it easy because at first Pictionary was kind of like we really never done it before, but then since we're a group, we went step by step. Also, I think we developed good communication skills, especially because we're on Zoom. And like Logan said, we're in a situation now that it's not our fault. We can't really do anything about it. But overall, it was a great experience. I'd definitely do it again. Some things that we could bring to us, the other group work, would probably our dedication, because I think we're dedicated to get things done, and we have faith in each other to complete it and trust.
Okay, thank you, Jose. Our next speaker is going to be Jasmine Perez on our conclusion.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Perez, and I'm in charge of the conclusion. In this activity, we learned how to better our communication skills, and we also got to socialize with our new group members. We were a bit nervous at first, but we got more comfortable during our social interaction and planning our presentation. A benefit of working with the new group is to get to know how our performance is going to be in later tasks and assignments, which I think is good with this group as we got to do this assignment well. Something that we could have changed was better our communication in the beginning of the assignment, but we later resolved this by setting our communication through Pronto and Zoom. In conclusion, this activity was not only to better our communication skills and for social interaction, but also to get to know the group members well. And I think that our group is full of great people and that our future assignments will be done great as we did well in this assignment.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. As a small group discussion for group 5, I feel like we accomplished our goals. We all had the common goal and we were able to accomplish it. All right, thank you, Professor Ward and the students of Communication 4.